Hello and welcome to another video. Today I thought I'd show you what it's like for me to fill out my everyday journal, so I figured I'd start with the first day of the year and give you a preview of what my everyday looks like as I fill out my journal each and every day. So, open it up, I flip through, and for January 1st, I'll start with my mood dot. So, very first day of the year, I had a really awesome day. It was good. So I'm going to give myself a purple dot. And then I'm going to write what I did that day. And the very first day of the year, I actually had a pinball party that I went to. So I'm going to write New Year's pinball. Yeah, one of the people from our pinball league had a party and invited a bunch of people. And it was a lot of fun and it was a good way to start the year, especially since most people had off because it was the day after New Year. So then I flip over to my next page and it's things to do in 2026. So I would go through here and see if there's any that I did so far. And since I did play in a pinball tournament, I know that's in here somewhere. I didn't win the tournament. I could have if it was the first one, but they split us up into divisions and then I ended up losing in the top division, which is fine. I did good to start. That's all that matters. I could do, play in a tournament, play pinball. I'm just going to do the tournament. So it'll be 1/1. I played in the tournament, and then January is a bright pink color. Hopefully this is the right one. So I'm going to color it in. Hi, Cookie. Excuse me, little girl. Put on here. Easy. Alright. So I played in a pinball tournament. And I don't think there was anything else that I did that day. I think that was the only one. And this looks like a lot, but as you start highlighting and filling them out, then it becomes way less to look at because you're only looking at the ones that you haven't done. And the easy ones get done first. Alright, so then my steps, actually I'm going to have to look that up. Alright, so as for... Please, little girl. Alright, so as for my step, I looked it up. I had about 5,000 steps on that day. So that would be that I hit my goal. So I'm going to do a circle right on the first day of January. For movement, I didn't do any stretch. Actually, I did do a little bit of stretching because I usually stretch as I go up to the machine. So I'm going to count that. So I did stretch. So I'll give myself the bare minimum of movement. I didn't do any walking. I mostly did a lot of standing because in pinball you do a lot of standing. Did walk up a few stairs, but that I wouldn't do any more or less than if I was at home. And then language on that day. I'm trying to think, what did I do? Oh, I only did one. I did one lesson of language, so I'm going to give myself the circle for January 1st. And then learning, let's see, what did I do? Did I learn a new thing? I did do some reading and math. I did not do active learning, so I'm going to give myself a circle as well. What do you think, Cookie? Am I doing a good job? I know you want all the love. I will come and love you in a minute, okay? I promise. You'll get all the loves you need in a minute. On to my next page. All right, I didn't come up with my goal yet for this week, but I know what I want to do. And the goal that I want to do for week 1 is I have a lot of work in progresses that I have. Let me actually go and show you. I'm gonna take this off. So I have a work in progress pile that I have in my house, which is this shelf here. And I kind of just shove everything that I'm working on in there. And it's, as you can tell, very overwhelming. So I want to work on actually finishing some of those things. Some of them are really easy. Like I already made a hat or a scarf, but I didn't sew in the ends or sew the buttons on or something like that. So I want to go through that pile and make it look a lot more manageable and doable. So I'm going to finish. Whoops. And I guess I'm going to wait because today's already Friday. Hi, so feature me here doing some editing, and I didn't realize my camera got cut off in that segment, so let me go and explain what I was trying to talk about. So for my goals, I wanted to finish my whips, and this ended up being a far larger goal that I could really tackle. I also had a strange interaction that changed what I actually did end up doing most of that week. So what happened is on Sunday, which was after I already went and filmed and picked my goals, I had a message from someone that I used to do workouts with. So I do the Chloe Ting, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing her name. I do her workout challenges, and I did 4 challenges now, and I wanted to do another, but I didn't really get to because I went on a bunch of vacations and then all the holidays happened. So when someone reached out to me randomly about starting the new one for the new year, I jumped on that immediately, and that's actually what I mostly focused on. And you'll see in my next video about how well I did on working on my whips, but I did actually get some of it done, so it wasn't a complete failure. But I wish in hindsight I would have picked getting back into working out for my first week. So I kind of had a little bit of a hybrid first week where I was doing a little bit of whips, but also a little bit of working out. And I think for my following week, I'm going to continue doing the same thing where I want to continue working out, but also continue to work on my whips because my week last week was crazy and I didn't get to go through as many as I was hoping. I also had a lot more than I thought I did as well. So that's it for my 52 goals for 52 weeks. Oh, I forgot to mention that I also didn't start the first week of the year because it was partway through a week. I started the following week. So that would have been from the 5th to the 11th. And again, I'm starting my goals for the week on Monday. So on the 5th was the first day I was supposed to be working on the goal. Although if you looked at my at my checklist, I did check off that I did work on some stuff because I was working on some of my other projects, even though they weren't in that giant cluster of a that I have to put my projects. All right. After that, I also skipped the one after that because again, I didn't realize my camera wasn't editing. So let me switch you over so you can see the next page that I would do in my journal after my goal week. All right, so next I would do my habit tracker, and this one, as you can see, I've been filling it out slowly. So every single day I just go through and see, did I spend family time with any relative at all? Doesn't matter who it is. If I did, I'd write down the date, and you can see I have a few dates already. Same thing with my hubby. If I had days that I spent with him, we've been watching a TV series, so I've been able to have a lot of quality time with him, which I've really appreciated. If I've had a social outing, time out with friends, spending time with my cats, more specifically playing with them because they cuddle all the time, but making time to make sure I'm engaging with them. If I step outside and did something, if I tried some new foods, if I clean, you can see I haven't done any laundry yet, but I need to. My laundry is full, so hopefully that'll be this week. Some reading, if I did arts and crafts, and that could be knitting, sewing, any sort of arts and craft. If I played pinball, I had that one tournament, and you can say I haven't played pinball since. If I've done any games, any puzzles, listening to music, gardening and mending. In my whips, I have not gotten to the mending portion yet. I still have that to do, which is why I don't have very many days, but I did do some watering in my plants, so I counted that as a gardening one. Working on content, and you can see I've been a lot more consistent with working on content, thank goodness. And baking. I actually got to do some baking recently, which I was really excited about. All right, and I think that gets you up to where we are in the video, so I'll let you go on Future Me. So these 4 I'm going to do in the next few days. Yeah, I didn't really do any cleaning or anything major yesterday. It was the first and not too much. This haven't touched yet. I won't be doing that for a while. Until I look through my expenses, I'm not going to have my subscriptions. Still haven't filled out my calendar. We'll do that. But again, these I'm not going to do until the end of my month when I have those statistics. Didn't watch any new TV shows, although I guess I could put in the ones I watched last night. I watched some animes. Let's see. So in January, didn't have any achievements yet, but I did have a highlight, which was that pinball party, so I'm going to go put that in. So, New Year's pinball party. And then besides that, now I'm going to do my journal entry just like I normally would do. So I'm going to write 1/1/26. Last year I started off by doing what I ate, and actually that was pretty successful where I was writing my meals for the day and everything. I might go back to doing that because I feel like I ate better knowing that I was keeping track of what I was eating. So I might go back to that. I ate a lot of random things yesterday because I was at a party. And I didn't know I was keeping track. So maybe I'll start that with the second. But that's an idea that you can do as well, especially if you're trying to keep good eating goals. It's really helpful to, if you have to remember at the end of your day what you ate, you're less likely to eat things you shouldn't eat. And it, like I said, very helpful. I do recommend it. I think I'm going to go back to it, but I'll start with tomorrow because I don't know. Well, I guess that's today because today is the 2nd. And I just am going to write a quick thing about my day. Could be a sentence, could be 2 sentences, could be a whole page, 2-page, however much I feel like writing. And that's the fun part. And that's literally all I do every single day. It doesn't take very long. I think the recorded time for me doing this as I'm walking YouTube took me 2 minutes. So that's all I do. And I hope that helps inspire you. And again, I like my journal mostly for journaling, but also keeping track of some habits as well. I found the best things to do is keep it short, sweet, super simple, and keep at it. You also want to find a great location to keep it that constantly reminds you. I like to keep it on the couch or on my crafting table, which is behind the couch, because sometimes my husband hates it when I leave it there because it makes our house look messy, which I understand. But those are definitely the keys to journaling, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, subscribe, all the usuals. Check us out on Patreon if you feel like supporting us additionally. I would love, love, love to be able to do this full time and make this a career for me. Again, have a wonderful day. Love you all. Bye.